Film by Ben Land. The time, now. The place, Howard University. The day after a speech by Ron Kerenga, Black Power advocate.
Some guy to come along, you know, like, and really enhance and, you know, like, intensify this beauty they have within them. And, you know, like, but there's so many of them running around, standing on soapboxes, yelling, and they don't have this stuff together, you know? And it really gets next to me. Like, what are you doing?
Just a cabin.
Well, are you
I hear you, go on.
And, you know, like, so many black art. Wait a minute, what you want to talk about it?
I hear you.
Well, like, there's so many black artists that are supposed to be together, but, you know, like, then they end up marrying hunkies, and this is what really gets... Oh, my God.
Look,
Man, did you check out that cab driver? I mean, like, he's the typical hunky, man. He don't take us seriously at all.
But like Kerenga said last night, if the Whitey did take us seriously, we'd all be dead.
I doubt it very seriously. But you know, like what he was saying, he was talking about Africa. He said, like, they went over there, forced us on the ships, then circulated the rumor that we paid them to bring them over here, brought our women over here, raped them, hung the brothers, separated them from their families. And when the Civil War rolls around, Lincoln says, well, I guess I'll set y'all free. Had the nerve talking about he freed them. Child, he just fired them from their jobs.
But still, you just can't negate all the whites.
Why not?
Because there are certain few individuals.
Oh!
If you negated all the
individuals?
the same thing that whites.
Oh, man, you cannot be thinking about this man as no individual. You gotta look at him as an obstacle, a thing. I mean, like he did the same thing to you. Look, the whole world is waiting for us to act.
Well, what kind of action can we take? When you say action, what do you mean, act?
Take up arms. What else?
Is taking up arms going to get us jobs?
Well, I think it might eliminate a lot of competition.
But look, lady, I have to split. Going out to split.
Well, when you coming back?
About tomorrow afternoon, 5 or 6, between 5 and 6, I guess.
How long is it going to take you to get home?
2.5 hours. How was your hair taken at your long, kinky black hair? You can't imagine the hell I got for having my hair this long. Really, my mom really didn't dig it at all. Really, I really caught it. Some things grow long and some things grow short. That's just the way it is. That's the way you should have run it down to your moms. Yeah. So, Mom, some things grow long and some things grow short, like patience. Well, there's a friend of mine down at school that says when you're living in your father's house, you're a different man from when you have your own house, And that can be taken a lot of ways, Sometimes I think, those guys that go out, screaming, black power, I wonder if they really if it's really them or are they just parroting somebody else, parrot will repeat anything, to sound cool, to create an effect, That's true. Which leads me to believe that a lot of these guys really aren't sincere, which is one of the reasons why I haven't got into it. Well, I'm just wondering, what are you going to do? Like Edward Albee says, when that great black tide sweeps across the nation. You might even want to be president one day. You don't really believe that, do you? Well, a white man believes it, and you believe everything a white man says. Yeah. We all have to change, brother. And I'm going to change right now this location to another location. You did? Yeah. So you take care. All right? Okay, so... Yeah. Oh. Now this is it. What is it? What? No, sir. Now, wait a minute. Whoa, what was it? Take care until later. All right?
Eric! Can I walk with you a little?
We have to accept the identity that we are black. If we have discovered our identity, if we know we're not American, but black, then we find out that we are just the opposite of what America is. That America is white. The question that's facing black people today is how should black people survive? Who is a college student, feel that he is making any progress if here the white man is going to the moon and the Negro ain't got from under the cross? There's a Negro that goes and sings, that sees himself flying away without United Airlines or TWA. There's a man that wants white wings on his beautiful black body, so that he can fly away. Can you dig him? And sit around heaven and drink milk and eat honey.
I've changed too, Eric. I'm not as I was.
There's one change you can't make.
I'm sorry. We're two human beings.
But then again, in this case, we're not just two human beings.
All you talk about is revolution. And when I think of revolution, the only thing I think of is senseless killing and violence.
That's where you all make your mistake. You don't know me. You never have known me. And right now, I'm farther away from anything you've ever conceived me to be.
I want to relate to you as a person.
No, don't give me that Christian stuff. You know, that's not happening at all. Don't tell me that person stuff. Because your white brother's gonna tell me a different thing. I'm not a person. I haven't been. I'm just becoming a person after 400 years. So you just can't understand it.
I don't talk about my values to you, except for one.
Well, I know your values, see? I know your values. The person on the bottom always knows the values of the person on top.
I don't want to be the person on the top, though. I want to be the person beside you.
No, I don't want you to be the person beside me. That's it. That's what you can't get through your head. See, I don't want you to be beside me anymore. I have no need for you to be beside me. I got a black woman to be beside me. She's been beside me for the past 400 years, and it's about time that I start to look right in her eyes. and try and fight the man, and I can't fight the man if I'm living with his woman. I'm sorry, baby. I really wish it could be another way. But I didn't make it this way. You know who did.
This redneck hunky that has done anything but spread disease and destruction.
Sorry? You don't know me. You never have known me.
Candy, you play in this film the composite of many black women in America today. Now, how do you think your character would have reacted had she known that her man was having an affair with a white girl on the side?
I think she, you know, 'cause like she says, you know, the thing about black artists and the fact that they marry these hunky chicks, you know, that really beats her mind. And if she had found out, I think that she probably would have put her hands up, or, you know, like, she might have even, you know, like went into hysterics and maybe cried or something and, you know, like said, well, there's just no hope. I think she, it really would have wrecked her nerves. Really. Really.
Do you think she would have left him?
Yeah, definitely. Because, you know, like he has these doubts anyway, and then she's trying to get them together, and then he's going to do something like this on top of that. I mean, that would be too much.
I mean, the sex hang-up is it. I mean, you know, but because it's been hidden so much, you know, it's been hidden. They talk about it, you read about it, but still you don't have to sit in your front, into your front parlor and see it on that screen, you know.
As a person involved in this film, I really had no definite pointed hopes as to white America's reaction to it. And I think this is coming from a fundamental premise of the revolution. My quest is to awaken the black brothers, because heretofore, any type of interracial communication has always been stifled somehow or other. So I think that the only course open now is to just awaken the brothers, and if the whites happen to be awakened too, then the job will be taken care of that much more quickly, you know.
Eric, toward the end of the film, in your parting scene with Sally, you said, don't give me that Christian stuff. Don't give me that person thing.
Mm-hmm.
Was that you talking?
It was. I find that whenever you speak with a white or a liberal, they get very idealistic, very impractical, because they know deep down in their hearts most of the things that they propose to me as having aspirations to come to pass, they really are not in favor of them, you know. Because what Kerenga says is one of the major faults is the man doesn't think we're serious.
And stop playing with them, because they are not playing.
But nevertheless, if anyone can get the black man together, it is the black woman, because she has that type of makeup, you know.
I think that the one I played is also one that's significant, because I think that there are more people like that character than society or the people in society know of, because after all they keep themselves hidden. But I felt her, you know, and I didn't feel like when he left me, I didn't feel humiliation as much as I felt let's see, sort of a lack, of something within myself.
I want to make one thing clear with every white I meet, that I am not going to respond to him the same way that my father did. See?
I'd like to ask all of you now, how do you think your parents will react to this film?
Oh.
My father's very proud of me. I had a long talk with him, and my grandfather was even more proud, and my grandfather's from Birmingham. I cannot turn the other cheek. Once one person decides not to turn the other cheek, then that starts it. And I know my son will really be a militant cat, because I'm not going to tell him the same things that my father told me.
I think maybe if they saw it a couple times, that each time they saw it, their ideas might change. I really have no idea how they're going to react to it.
I think the major thing that I want to say to every person in this country, black and white, is the fact that neither God, nor love of country, nor Christianity, nor good food, nor good education, nor anything that may be erected in my path, will stop me from being free.
4 days after it started, the students of Howard ended one of the most effective disciplined student rebellions in memory. Discipline, if any, of their 39 leaders will be left to the students. The university will implement their demands for greater emphasis on black education. But the struggle has far from ended.
Mr. Brown, will you call Howard a black university now?
No, Howard is not a black university now.
However, is there a possibility that it will be?
We are working towards that end.
Yeah, we have made the major move in our protest to move Howard towards becoming a black university. Howard is well on its way towards becoming the black university, the type of black university we want to see. If we didn't believe that, we would not have come out of that building.
We are concerned first with these young people, the students of Howard University, as human beings, and we are identified with them as human beings. We're happy also because we are concerned with the integrity of Howard University as a viable institution which must be given the opportunity to grow and to contribute significantly to a society desperately in need of intellectual and moral guidance.
I think that Howard will never be the same again.
Michael Harris, Howard University, class of 72. Maybe.
The people who are working for a change in Howard will be those that are involved in liberating black people from the system out there, because what we're involved in here, I think, is a struggle for liberation. And here it may be an academic struggle, a struggle to liberate their minds, but I think that the brothers who are involved here will be the ones that will be involved out there in liberating the people, physically and through their minds. Because, the situation is really critical, and what gets me is that the people who can change it will refuse to listen.
Down.
educational television network.